Hello again. Welcome to the next part of Cobalt. Last time we completed the first 4 weeks with the anniversary dinner, the revelation that Blaze is Cinder's sister, and Blaze offered a polygamous thing. I really need to double check to see who I sit next to in class. Nina's been giving me this look all morning like she's a cat that just ate the denim-clad canary. It wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't just ended up sitting next to her. So, spill the deets, Blue, of the date, right? Not what happened after. Don't tempt a fruit with her. Oh, I want it all, but I'll take whatever you're willing to share. It's been a little bit for me, so I'm hoping to live vivaciously through your retelling of the after date. I will admit, though, Lace and I had an interesting conversation, so I'm curious about if it came up too. Well, I sent you a pic of us in our outfits last night. So if you should have a pretty good idea of what we were wearing. Blaze and I went to the dinner at the fancy restaurant in the middle of the city, Altura's. I love Altura's. Haven't been there in a spell. They make the fanciest virgin margaritas, and food is addicting. Blaze's lips are addicting. I can imagine. Damn it, I didn't say that quietly enough. This close to me? You literally have to say nothing at all for me not to miss it. Cat ears are pretty good at picking up noises. Stupid, sexy cat ears, even though she also has a tail. Speaking of cat ears, this might be a bad question, and you more than welcome to hit me for it is, but how come you have both cat ears and a tail? I suppose it would come up eventually. I have a rare combination called hyperfondamism. It affects maybe one out of every 500,000 or so faunus, but most get away with having a dormant or recessive trait, like ears or scaly skin or claws or animal-like eyes or something. I, as I told a friend a long time ago, rolled a critical fail on a D20 and got two dormant traits, cat ears and a tail. Sorry if I sound annoyed. I get a lot of flack about it. Even other faunas tend to treat me bad because I'm basically closer to animal than even they are. So they see me as very thing that humans judge us by, or animal sides. So it's kind of a sore spot. No, that's what Adam is for. I know you're just curious, so I don't take offense this time. Wait, so other faunas treat her badly because she has one extra animal trait? Ugh, why does Remnant have to be so unfriendly at times? Because someone took a breakup in the worst possible way. Still sorry for bringing it up. Anyway, where were we? First of all, next time you pity me, I will smack you. Fair warning. Duly noted. Secondly, you were telling me about your day. Right, yes. After we were seated, we started reminiscing about everything over the past few weeks. It's definitely been interesting experience, to say the least. And what did you guys decide for the future, apart from love each other for the rest of our lives? Yes, like what kind of plans do you guys have for the future? Vacations you might want to take? Adventures you want to find yourself on? Any ideas on how to best expand your relationship? Uh-oh. If I tell her what Blaze and I discussed that night, that opens up a whole new line of teasing. Think of something, Cobalt. Oh, there are plans to potentially hit the beach during the summer break. She talk about an open relationship or not? Because I'm very disappointed in her about after how lengthy a discussion she and I had about how curious she was about mine. Doubly so, in fact, since you had a conversation with Orium and I about it last week too. I refuse to answer on the grounds of risking myself, opening myself to to future teasing at the hands of one mean Juhong. Aha, good. I was worried one of you had a change of heart. You'll never see it coming. Not so fast. Fast. I don't know what kind of open relationship you have, but it's possibly different to the one Blaze and I have set up. So you did decide from it. Ah, crap baskets. It doesn't matter if it's the same or different because everyone open or poly relationship is always different. It evolves and revolves around the people inside it and their compatibility. My boyfriend and I just decided poly is too much drama and left it open. But we can date other people, but we don't have to involve each other. Which is good because besides one particular captain on an air cruiser in Atlas and myself, his taste in women sucks. I'm not in a position to comment on your boyfriend's taste. Still, my relationship with Blaze from here out on out is going to be more open in nature. God damn it, end my suffering now. The noise is only going to get worse from here on out, isn't it? Try living with them, Shnee. Wish you both the best of luck. Like I said, each relationship is different, which is true. Still, there's no guarantee that either of us will actually do anything with our open relationship. But at the very least, we know what to do in that situation if it ever arises. Sexy fun time. Damn it, Mina. That's not the goal of Blaze and I having an open relationship. I know, I get it. The fun time comes later. Possibly. That's all I'm saying on the matter. That's fine. I have more than enough information. Gods damn it! Moving on. How are you and the rest of the team settling into the apartment Orium got you? Fine, for the most part. I'm pretty sure Orium and the others are still getting used to my habits. Not that I really care if I did. I wouldn't have signed up for a team. I would have just gotten my license. I feel like there's another story here, but I'm also cautious about getting smacked. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Screw it, I'm risking the smack. Doesn't getting a huntsman's license usually require going through one of the 4 academies in the first place? Yeah, but if you've already at a certain age, you can skip the academies altogether and get a license issued directly from the government of that kingdom. Kind of like how some of the students here did not attend a lower academy like Signal or Pharaoh's Combat School, but instead went through the aptitude test, or in Ruby's case, just impressed odds. Okay, so clearly the age is not 18 or 19, or Blaze and I would have had that option given to us last year. Or you didn't know about it. Typical students graduate at 21, since the entrance into the 4 major academies start at 17. After 21, if you haven't attended the academies, you can just apply for a tougher aptitude test. That involves a field mission with an assigned huntsman or huntress, and then upon completing, they then determine if you did well enough to warrant a license. Kind of like a driving test, but with guns and grim. Well, I'm content to just continue attending Beacon. It's already paying dividends since I got to upgrade Lazarus Storm. You also are already here, and still would be for a few years to go. Besides, you have a team that's more valuable than you can ever know. It's one thing to have a license test, doesn't provide. The license test keeps us from having to hear those two go at it, though. How loud are these two being? You'll get used to it, or you'll get earplugs. Otherwise, I'd recommend transferring back to Atlas, Lilac. I'm sure your father or General Ironwood would be most grateful to have someone with your skill and wit there instead of Beacon. Just one small flaw with that plan. I'm not the only one complaining about the noise, especially in regards to last night. Then, Kobold, you and Blaze need to learn the art of quiet sex. Or else you guys might get a sniper spear to the face in the middle of the night. I'd invest in gags. Please keep your vulgarity into yourselves. This is going to be a long morning. I thought that class would never end. Nina's teasing was bad enough, but I think Port's story was extra self-absorbent today. At least Aura class aren't much of a drag, even if Mr. Xiao Long has a penchant for making dad jokes all the time. Looks like I found a good seat, although I kind of did make a hasty exit so I could get away from Mina. So not many people have gotten to the class yet. Shadow looks like she's still writing the lesson plan for the day, and it looks like... Wait. Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a hecking second. Oh, hey, Cobalt. Surprise! I'm going to be your Aura teacher for the rest of the year. I'm starting to understand what Ruby and Yang went through on our first day. The horror. The embarrassment. I must say, you're a little bit ahead of everyone else today. Wanted to escape Blaze's teasing? No, just Mina's. Mina Juhung, leader of Team Magni. I've been reading up on all the various notes your substitute left for me, learning how all the new students have been taking to their studies. Yes, that's her. I was sitting next to her in Port's class, so my teammate Lilac and I had to suffer for being embarrassed by her. You don't sound too worried about that. I'm fairly sure it's good-natured. I see. Well, more of your fellow classmates are coming in. So I got to get back to teaching, but we should probably take an opportunity to catch up later, though, yeah? Okay, that sounds like a plan. Hello, Cobalt. Oh, hey, Blaze. How are you this morning? Slightly tired. Ah. Anyway, you seem to know the Aura teacher pretty well already. A relative? Yes, my sister. She attended Beacon a few years before I did. I see. Do you know if she'll be any good? I mean, she taught me, and I managed to pass initiation and become a team leader. Flattery will not help your grades, Mr. Blue. But a fair warning, she is a bit of a taskmaster at times, only because I want you all to have the best chances at succeeding possible. Knowing your aura, your semblance, and how to best use both could mean the difference between life and death in a fight. My name is Professor Shadow Blue, and over the course of the next year, I'll be your aura studies professor, and the class has officially started. Now, I've had a letter from Mr. Xiaolong about your progress so far. From what I've read, most of you have got a pretty good grounding on basics of aura. Some of you, though, have been struggling to keep up with your classmates, which would not bode well for your chances of survival. If you can't protect yourself in a fight, the next attack from even a thug with a knife could very well be disastrous for you. And if Nurse Bo can't patch you up, well, now, I'm going to be going around the room and assessing your aura skills personally. Partner up with the person next to you, and I'll go through some aura exercises in the meantime. Leg, do you want to start us off? Okay. Oh, well, this answers my question from last part. This is the part where you lose. Over my dead. Oof. Pardon, that's enough. Students, as you can see, Mr. Ark's aura has now dropped into the red. Mr. Ark, it's been weeks now. Please try to refer to your scroll during combat. Gauging your aura will help you decide when it's appropriate to attack or when it's better to move to a more defensive strategy. We wouldn't want you to be gobbled up by a Beowulf now, would we? Speak for yourself. Remember, everyone, that the Vital Tournament At the end of the year, students from the other kingdoms will start arriving in Vale when the second semester begins, so keep practicing. Those who choose to compete in the combat tournament will be representing all of Vale. Battle Tournament. Wasn't that the festival held in celebration of the Great War? Yes, that's the one. The festival and the combat tournament are held every 2 years in one of the kingdoms. The host kingdom is rotated in a cycle: Vacuo, Mistral, Vale, and Atlas. And this year it's Vale's turn. I see. And how does participation work again? Well, I've watched a couple tournaments when Shadow was attending Beacon. A team of students like Kobold participates in the first round against a team from one of the other kingdoms. And the winning team of that match selects 2 of their numbers to fight in the doubles round. And the winner of that match goes to fight in the singles round against one of the other doubles winner. And those one-on-one fights will continue until there's a victor. There's no bracket for age or schooling. The only thing being tested is skill. I see. So are we planning to compete? I would like to. Same here. I mean, it seems like 3 out of 4 of us want to compete. So unless you don't want to join, Teal, I do. I was just curious. And it sounds like a plan. Team Cobalt will participate in the 40th Vital Festival Tournament at the end of the year. Bonsai! Bonsai? Bonsai! Good afternoon to you all, students. I've reviewed your exam papers on Friday's class, and you should all be glad to know that you have passed. Oh, that is an absolute relief. Now, we shall be moving on from the Great War and on to the next major conflict that occurred in the Remnant's history, the Faunus Rights Revolution. Scoffs. Honestly, don't know why we need to learn about a bunch of dumb animals who think they deserve special treatment. That's equal rights, Winchester, not special treatments. Hey, I'm just calling it out for what it is. Wow. Just, wow. You got a problem with that, lover boy? Several, most of which have to do with your bigotry, ignorance, and bullying behavior towards my classmates. The same kind of bigotry and ignorance that caused the rights revolution in the first place. And don't call me lover boy. Mr. Winchester, your ignorance, and I want a 30-page essay on the role of society and historical perspective on my desk by the next week. By the end of the week. But Mr. Blue is correct. While the Faunus have been given equal rights at the end of the Great War, humanity was attempting to countermand those rights. And that's all the time we have for today, children. Mr. Winchester, I want to see you right away. Mr. Blue, I'd like you to produce 2,000 words on the fundamental societal issues suggested by the white flames in existence, as well as the potential solutions by next week. Class dismissed. Hello again. I take it you want to get some training? Indeed, I do. Good morning. Yes, yes. Prior to the Faunist Rights Revolution, more popularly known as the Faunist War, humankind was quite adamant about centralizing Faunist population in Mangery. Now, while this might feel like ancient history to many of you, it is imperative to remember that these are relatively recent events. Why, the repercussions of the uprising can still be seen to this day. Now, have any of them among you been subjugated or discriminated because of your faunist heritage? And up goes one hand, and another, and another. Dreadful, simply dreadful. Remember, students, it is precisely this kind of ignorance that breeds violence. Look at just what happened to the White Fang. Now, which you of you young scholars can tell me what many theorize to be the turning point in the third year of the war? The battle at Fort Castle, precisely. And who can tell me the advantage the Faunish had over General Lagoon's forces? Hey, what was that about? And why does Cardin look so smart? Mr. Ark, finally contributing to class. This is excellent. Excellent. What is the answer? The answer. The answer advantage that the Faunus, he put John on the spot, had over that guy's stuff. Night vision. Faunus have night vision. Not all of them, but most. Uh, Binoculars. I think Pierre and I both just died of collective cringe. Very funny, Mr. Ock. Cardin, perhaps you would care to share your thoughts on the subject. Well, I know it's a lot easier to train an animal than a soldier. I want to know how this guy hasn't been killed. Because, like, I know in canon, like, he gets beat up, but, like, his team gets beat up after they bully Velvet. But, like, what I want to know is, how does he say stuff like this and not get beat the fuck up? Especially when, like, spoiler, that moment later in the show happens. You're not the most open-minded of individuals, are you, Cardin? That's putting it mildly, Pyrrha. What? You got a problem? No, I have the answer. It's night vision. Many faunists are known to have nearly perfect sight in the dark. General Lagoon was inexperienced and made the mistake of trying to ambush the faunists in their sleep. His massive army was outmatched, and the general was captured. Perhaps if he paid more attention in class, he would have wouldn't be remembered as such a failure. You, Mr. Winchester, please take your seat. You and Mr. Ock can both see me after class for additional reading. Oh. Now, moving on. I wonder if they're going to, because there are some things I forgot. I wonder if they're going to have that lunch scene where we're hanging out with the teams and like they're trying to intervene for John because like the flashbacks already happened. Well, that was certainly a class for the history books. I think it might be a good idea to hit the gym and practice sparring on one of those punching bags. Hey, wait up. Huh? Good, I caught you. You're busy right now, Cobalt. Coco? No. Why? Because I've got a bone to pick with you. Did I miss something? I wasn't aware I did. Well, you did. Horribly. You chose to wear an outfit so boring. It's been grating on me for about a week now. I don't understand. You're about to, lover boy. Wait, what? Yang texted me the other day. Yeah, I was keeping them abreast of the situation on Sunday. Yang! That was one of the most inappropriate things you could have said just now, Xiaolong. Hey, it's their fault for being so loud. Why, Queen, and we're not the only ones who heard them either. Juniper heard them. Heard them. That Glacis chick heard them. I think the only ones who didn't hear them was Ruby. Oh gods, no. But yeah, you really gave it to Blaze good. Good enough to distract Blake from her romance novel, which is definitely saying something. I want to go die right now. You can die later. For now, I have to ask you what prompted such an exciting evening. Why is my love life such an open book? Probably because if you must know, Sunday was our 1 year anniversary of my relationship with Blaze. We had a date at Altura's and then came back to the dorm rooms. And that's where you rocked her world. Why didn't your teammates complain about this? Well, Orium happened to rent a hotel room for the two of them to use for the evening. Pendragon! I demand a moment of your time! Sorry, Orium. So tell me, what did the denim-clad sex demon happen to wear on this special event? And if you say denim attire, I'll be sending you to Nurse Bow. Good witches' punishments be damned. No, I brought a suit for our date. Actually, it's my turn to pick a bone with you, Coco. Why do you have issues with my outfit? We've already established she's a fashionista. Denim serves its purpose, but it shouldn't be your only attire. I've got to say, a few of the other girls and I were noticed you basically only own jeans and that gray button up, and it's a start. But yeah, she's got a point. I don't want to prove it. You're taking the blue thing too literally here. You need some colors and shades and some accents. Blue and gray is just so drab. Not to mention, your outfit looks horribly civilian. If you're gonna be a huntsman, you need to stand out a bit. I wasn't aware that being a huntsman required a sense of fashion, nor was that covered in the entrance exam. I'm here to learn how to fight, am I not? You are. I'm gonna make sure you look good doing it. I mean, just look at that blonde bombshell before you. You can look all you want, just don't touch. Yet. Stop that! See how she has an incredibly functional outfit, which also shows off both her wild and most alluring side. It works as a distraction in a fight against those who might take a fancy, while also giving her freedom to kick ass. I see. He sees and he likes. Meanwhile, your outfit is so plainful, boring to look at, and it. Do not finish that sentence! We just need to jazz you up a bit, which is why you're coming with me. Wait, what? Have fun, Blue Boy. We can switch out your pants for something a bit more dark, black in color. And add a couple of shoulder pads for extra protection. You could do with more secure pockets for any dust crystals. How do you feel about holsters? How long has she been planning this for since we first met? And after we get that jacket tailored to you, that should do it. Coco, this is incredibly generous of you, but why? Because we committed a war crime in her eyes. Because you dress like you don't really care about your appearance, and that is something that bugs me. People who don't care about their appearance don't inspire confidence in others. As a leader, you need to look the part. Getting away with a jean jacket and a button up was fine until now, but not from this point forward. You need to wear the role, literally. Others won't take you seriously if they see you as some kid dressing like he walked out of a discount department store. How does that inspire confidence in his abilities if he can't take care of himself? I see what you mean. Guess I'll never realized how much my appearance might affect things. Appearance is everything. It's the first impression almost every time that people get of you. That's why dress for success is a saying. So you have to make it count. Did you hear that? Yeah. Look. Why this store? The cops will be on our ass in a minute. Because the shopkeep went to Atlas, you dummy. It's now or never. Less talking, more working. White Fang, here? What the hell? Pretty ballsy to commit a dust robbery at the Snee Dust Company store. Especially so soon after what happened not that long ago with Roman Torchwick. What do? We don't have our weapons with us. I have mine, but you should probably call your locker in and call your team. While I'm doing that, can you stall them for a bit? No can do. My weapon assemblants aren't really great for working around a dust shop, but unless we want to blow that thing to hell, and outside and ourselves along with it. What does her semblance do again? I don't remember. I remember what the rest of her team does, but I cannot, for the love of God, remember what her semblance does. So what do? Not much choice except just wait for your gun. If we need to, I can bring out. Is that what she calls it? But it'll cause more damage in this kind of place than I'm sure anyone would like. So I'm fighting them alone. Of course not. I can do some serious damage up close. You just have to cover me. That's not going to happen. Hey, we got some Snoops over here. Deal with them. And hurry before the police arrive. Oh no, you don't. Cobalt, go. Die already. Oh, screw this. They're closing ranks. My glasses! You're going to regret that! Is that a fucking minigun? It's a minigun! Grr, get down! Smoke! Cough. No tear gas. Come on, let's get out of here. God damn it. They're getting away, but I can't see where. The smoke's starting to clear, thank the gods, but the burning in my lungs is still there, and the stinging in my eyes. Cough, cough. Coco, are you okay? Annoyed and in slight pain, but otherwise fine. At least we stopped them from getting their hands on more dust, I suppose. But what were they doing here in the first place? This is a Sneed Dust Company store. There's no way it wasn't guarded. It wasn't. They hired me as a security guard not too long ago, and that was on a part-time basis, and they paid me very little to do that. Oof, that sucks. They said the owner was out of town anyway. Honestly, I feel bad for the other employees. Let's check to see if everyone's okay. Leave that to me. Professor Goodwitch, are you two uninjured? Apart from some tear gas inhalation, yes, but what are you doing here? We got a report from a civilian that one of our students and another unknown person were in a firefight. Miss Adele is well known around Vale, but I was not expecting you to be here, Mr. Blue. We were going shopping and happened to find a robbery going down. We got spotted and had to defend ourselves. Well, at least you two are unharmed. Wait here until the police arrive and give your statement to them, then return to Beacon immediately and report to Professor Ozpin. Wait, if anyone's going to get in trouble, neither of you are in trouble, but Professor Ozpin will prefer to hear about the event from your perspective. Okay, we can do that. Good. Now wait here. What the hell did our team leader do? He just made it onto the news. Apparently, he got into some kind of fight with the White Fang at the Snee Dust store. The White Fang? How? And where the heck did they get the bright idea to rob such a prominent store? More important question, what the heck happened to Kobold? He's okay, Blaze. The White Fang were apparently ran off with what little they could steal, which wasn't much thanks to him and Coco. That's a relief. Now we just have to. How do you know that when that will be? I suspect it'll be soon. Professor Goodwitch is already on the scene, so they'll probably be back once she's given them what for. That's not helping, Lilac. Mr. Blue, Miss Adele. It seems you've had an interesting evening so far. Yes, Professor. I'd like to know more about what happened. The security and the bystander scroll footage should tell us most of the story, but nonetheless, I would like to hear this from your own perspectives. Well, it all started when I took Kobold out to Vale so we could get his wardrobe updated. And then they used some kind of tear gas grenade and took off while we were incapacitated. I see. Well, then, regardless of what the police said, allow me to personally commend you on your heroics. While it's true that under the best circumstances you shouldn't have gone involved, it well to defend yourself. I'm sorry we got into it in the first place, Professor. Miss Adele, you didn't go looking for a fight. Even when you found the robbery, you were simply trying to ensure your safety. You had nothing to apologize for. You didn't go looking to play hero. That's the important part. I heard Ruby was in a similar incident when the school year started, but it wasn't the White Fang who did it. What's going on? What indeed, Mr. Blue? But this isn't the focus of Beacon Academy. We shall let the police handle this. If you hear or see anything in the future, be sure to contact them. It'll be invaluable to their investigation. Of course, Professor. Thank you for your cooperation, the both of you. Now, would suggest you head back to your dorms. It's getting rather late, and you need all the rest for your classes tomorrow. Ozpin. I know, Glenda. First the attack on Amber, then the incident with Miss Rose was involved, and now this one. They are too closely placed for them to be a coincidence. So what do we do next? We call in for assistance. With Crow indisposed, we will need another set of experts. One that are at least familiar with the MO of the assassin and can assist the police investigation. I'll contact Theodore then. Well, that was a day. I wasn't expecting to be dragged out to Vale by Coco, or to get into a fight with the White Fang. I don't think that was what Oblek had in mind when he gave me the homework assignments yesterday. Either way, I am tired and hungry. There should be enough food left in the fridge for me to make a quick dinner. After that, I'm going to hit the hay. Cobalt Blue, what the heck have you been thinking? Why didn't you call me to let me know you were okay? Angry, worried, girlfriend. I'm sorry, Blaze. I only had enough time to call my weapon before we were attacked. Do you have any idea how terrified I was? You were supposed to go to get a new outfit, not to go fight actual terrorists. I know, we didn't go looking for trouble, I swear. We were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I figured, but the next time I hear you're in danger, and from Lilac reading it on the news no less, you're sleeping in the kitchen. Duly noted. Now come on, you owe me comfort snuggles. Good morning, Cobalt. That's another day of classes done. Luckily, Oobleck didn't give me much trouble over my encounter with a certain history last night. Come now, Johnny boy, we've got some extra reading to do. So let's get going. Ooh. What was that about? Why is John hanging out with Cardin? What changed since yesterday? I should probably ask him about that at some point, or his team, or even Orium. Hey, I think we need extra supplies for the kitchen. We're running dangerously low on stock. Yeah, I noticed that too. Milk, eggs, spices for the pantry. I'd rather spice things up in a different way, Cobalt. I will snipe you, Archon. I can go down with Blaze to get something from the supermarket. There's one near the dust shop, and I urgently need the opportunity to pick up more ammo anyway. They were robbed only yesterday. How's it safe for them to operate so soon? That's the Snee Dust Company for you. It doesn't matter if its employees are safe, only that it's making a profit. No, that's Jock. It's Schnee in a nutshell. Like, it's funny because every other Schnee we hear of or meet is a likable person except Jock. Why not split up? I know what type of ammo Lazarite Storm needs, so I can restock for Kobold while he goes and does the shopping for us all. Sounds like a plan, I think. We should get going, though, if we want to make it back in time for dinner. Okay, I'll see you guys when you get back. Okay, so we'll meet back here once we're done with our shopping. Sounds good to me. See you in a bit, lover boy. Okay, now Lazarite Storm uses 7.62 millimeter caliber bullets, and those are pretty standard for small arms across all the four kingdoms. I should be able to get them easily with my student license. Excuse me, miss. Huh? Oh, hi. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Did I bump into you or something? Not at all. I was just surprised. You looked rather similar to one young woman I know, younger and a lot more tan, but the resemblance is striking. Okay. Tell me, do you know anyone named Cinder by any chance? At the look of your face, I assume that's a yes. Who are you, and how do you know that name? You can call me Quinn. Kuhn. Sadly, that's all I'm at the liberty to discuss at this time. How do you know my sister? So I see I was right. You and her are related. Not surprising, to be honest. But to answer your question, I met her some time ago in Mistral. What is she? I neither know nor would be at the liberty to tell you. If I did, I'm afraid she had matters elsewhere that demanded her attention, and that was months ago. I do not know how to contact her, however. Tell me. No, I don't think I will. Why not? I'm a businessman, Miss Fall. Everyone has a price when doing business. It's Archon, not Fall. My mistake. But if you want to know more about, need to know, know if you'll need to know something from me first. Explain, or I start making a scene. Nothing inappropriate, I assure you. I'm simply looking for someone and have reason to believe that she may be tied in some way to Beacon Academy. And that someone is, her name is Amber. I'll give you my scroll number, and if you decide to start looking for her in the same way that you were searching for your sister, then I've no doubt you will be able to find something in time. And in return for trying to help you, meet me here each Wednesday after class. Come alone and tell no one what you're up to or about this little conversation, or I'll clue you in, and I'll clue you in big time of what I know of Cinder Fall. Is that Professor Oobleck's portrait? Whoa. What on earth remnant happened here? Did someone try to rob the bank after what happened on the desk shop yesterday? Not exactly. What? Oh, hi. Oh, no. Long time no see, Cobalt. Hello, Isabella. Please tell me you didn't cause another incident. Would you return my calls if I said no? Firstly, you don't call. Secondly, I don't even have your phone number. Who says I don't have your phone number? Wait, what? I'm not about to let a good little helper like you get away because you didn't like my cookies. Especially ones as delicious as you, Mr. Blue. Perhaps you can be the reward next time you help me out. Be my own little cookie. For a start, I'm still dating crap, open relationship, which I can't use to protect against a flirtatious second year anymore. What an interesting turn of events, Mr. Blue. I said that loud, didn't I? Crap baskets. Where's that hand going? Where do you think? In broad daylight, surrounded by cops? What's life without a little bit of adventure? I'm screwed. Cough, cough. Well, thank God, it's a distraction. Artemis is waiting for you. Bella, we will finish this later, Mr. Blue. Be gentle with him, would you, Sage? I'll try. Thanks for that rescue. Things got very heated very quickly. I'm Cobalt, by the way. Nice to meet you. Sage, was it? Yes. My name is Sage Davox. I think I said that wrong. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Cobalt. Funnily enough, I think her name was changed between like the original, and in this, but it's funny because like she's a cinnamon roll of her team. You can just call me Cobalt if you want. Oh, hey, I don't suppose you know what's going on with the crime scene. Isabella said it wasn't exactly a bank robbery, but well, further information wasn't exactly forthcoming for reasons I shall not mention. I saw her. I suppose Bella grew restless while waiting for Artemis' return with her dogs. Dogs? I apologize. Though she can be reckless, she means no harm by her actions. I simply wish she would treat grave situations like murder more seriously. Wait a minute. Murder in broad daylight? Oh, I'm sorry. I never answered your question. Please forgive me. I wouldn't say the murder happened in broad daylight. The coroner arrived a few minutes ago and is examining the body now, though Bella kind of already did her own examination. Firstly, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that's considered tampering with a crime scene. Also, if her fingers got on the crime scene, then she could end up falsely implicated as the murderer, unless she has the sense to wear gloves while examining the body. She said she was careful. Besides, Artie was standing guard when she looked. I see. Did she find anything useful during her examination? Anything that could determine what happened or who happened? She uncovered an abundance of information, but we are unable to proceed without police cooperation. CO has been working on filing an official request for over an hour now. Since we weren't the only ones that discovered the body, this technically isn't our case. Bella believes this was a targeted murder because the victim was isolated, attacked, and then hidden in a bathroom stall because based on the evidence she found. Before I can ask Sage to elaborate on that targeted murder bit, she shows me a screen of her scroll with an image on it. It's an Elysian ID. Victim is a chief finance officer for the Sneed Dust Company in Vale. That's a spooky coincidence. I got dragged into a fight with the White Fang only yesterday, and they were robbing one of the Sneed Dust Company shops. You know, the ones closest to Beacon. That was you? But I thought Coco was one to take them down. If by taking them down, you mean putting an end to the robbery because would they use tear gas to get away before they used tear gas? Yeah. Coco was there too. She more or less kidnapped me to go shopping for more outfits. Shioban did the same. Did say she thought your wardrobe needed an upgrade. I'm getting that a lot lately. Must again apologize if I have offended you. But if what you say is true, I suspect we are dealing with isn't targeted murder, but it's possibly actual assassinations. Then what Sage scribes her scroll to show me next? The second image, oh gods, is that the victim? Bella said these marks were the only symbol of physical trauma she found on the victim. Burn marks? From what though? Is it just me, or do they kind of look like finger shapes? Like someone's semblance do this? And you said physical trauma? Yes, that was the only sign of physical trauma. She said the body was unusually stiff, worse than usual rigor mortis that sets in when a person has passed. So Billa speculated the wounds were dust inflicted on a device meant to send high voltage into the person. Well, she's also insane. She did note that there were at least 5 different burn marks on each side of the victim, suggesting that the assailant used their hands or hand-shaped devices to deliver the attack. That's another possibility too, but I'm not sure we know for certain until the coroner gives us an official report, if the coroner decides to let us know the report, that is. Unfortunately, I cannot help you there. You will have to speak with Shio or for an update on the filing. I see. I'll probably need to be quick, though. I kind of accidentally stumbled onto the crime scene while grocery run for my team, and Blaze is somewhere out in the city, too. Either way, it was good to meet you, Sage, even though I wish it hadn't happened at a murder scene. Farewell, and try not to get caught. Eh? Sorry, force of habit. I'm used to working with Bella. A lot. Be safe. I will. See you. So the other cow says, "Oi, me glad I'm a penguin." Okay then, need contact for that joke later. Hey, Siobhan. Well, if it isn't my Mr. Boy himself. And suddenly she's wrapping an arm around me. Is it just me, or does she seem to be attracting a lot of closer contact today? Don't you worry, fellas. This lad is here with me. Sage filled me in what happened, said you were trying to file a request for cooperation. Aye, ain't that the truth? These fine gentlemen were just offering aspiring huntsmen such as yourself the opportunity to serve at the crime scene while we waited on the paperwork to be processed. Whoa, this kid is a huntsman? Aye, that he is, and a fine soprano. No, when he's in the mood. Wait, what? I don't know. He looks kind of young to be a huntsman. Hey, CO, you could try asking Professor Goodwitch to help us out. She was there at the Shnee Dust shop yesterday. Or I could go see about making the paperwork go faster. I'll be right back. Huh. Fear of Goodwitch is apparently universal. Well, what did you expect? She's an illustrious woman by all accounts, with a no-nonsense attitude, a riding crop, and a hunter's license to use it. And your request for police cooperation has been approved. Excellent. Why don't we go have a look? Don't you need someone to guide you? I appreciate the offer, but I'm sure the two of us will find our way around just the same. So, what brings you to this part of town, Blue Boy? Oh, God damn it! Groceries, actually. Our dorm pantry was running low, so I was heading to the supermarket to pick up more. But I know that the cafeteria is fully stocked. But sometimes I like to cook things. Without Horatio, and I am needing to feed a small army as well. Well then, I hope you didn't have a big lunch. The scene's not exactly you prettiest. Now that's not very nice, Shio. Hello again, Isabella. I thought I told you to call me Bella. Though that doesn't excuse our dear leader. Artie is definitely pretty. Beautiful, even. As much as it pains me to admit, I believe in Bella's initial assessment to be correct in this case. What's worse, there. Cobalt, I didn't see you there. You're lucky she saw you at all. Not that time, Bella. I have no idea how helpful this is, but I did fight the White Fang with Cobalt Coco yesterday. I have no idea if this narrows down the list of suspects, but considering who Sage said the victim was, she raised the possibility of this being an assassination. Unfortunately, the list of suspects won't be narrowed much by the victim's ID. Chief Finance Officer for the Snee Dust Company in Vale. The Snee Dust Company has many enemies, ranging from corporate espionage to local dissonance, and yes, the White Fang. Please, there isn't a single bandit that the infamous Artemis can't track down. You're the only infamous member of Team Sassy, Bella. Anyway, I don't suppose there's any cameras footage from outside the bathroom. It might give us a clue of who was responsible for hiding the victim in here. Whoever attacked this man was no amateur. They knew where the cameras were and disabled them several minutes before striking in sequence, making it very difficult to identify the culprit, even if they were caught on camera before the incident. Drat. So what do we have in the way of finding any potential leads? You said your dogs had nothing to track? I can't find a single trace of physical evidence beyond the burn marks and on the victim's body. Trying to get my dogs to differentiate the smell from the victim's is just wishful thinking. Come on, Artie. Since when were you one to turn away from a hunt? I haven't admitted defeat yet, Bella. That's what I'm talking about. Release the hounds. That's not how it works. And there they go. Bella! To the hunt! Well, that happened. I'm glad that Bella's on their team and not mine, for multiple reasons. So, do you want to go after them, CO, or I better go after them. I hope you can find your way out. Sure, I can go back the way I came. Miss Christine! Nah, Miss Zareen! Crap! Professor Goodwitch! On the other hand, I might just take the long way around. Have fun with that, Shioban. Don't you dare, Blue Boy! Too late. You'll be begging for the goat when I'm through with you, Blue Boy. You hear me? Wait, goat? What goat? Blaze, you alright? You look worried. I'm fine, Kobold. Just a bit of a bug. Bug? Let's get back to Beacon, please. Let's go get a checkup. Hello, Nurse Bo. Mr. Blue, is something wrong? Not really. Just wanted to come in for a regular checkup if you had time. Oh, sure, I have time. Just take a seat over there and I'll see you in a moment. Now, I'm going to ask you a set of standard questions while I examine you. Please answer them as honestly as you can. Okay. At first glance, you have the appearance of a physically healthy young man. Are you currently taking any medication or supplements? Not at the moment, no. Understood. Temperature is normal. Now say ah. Ah. Good. No sore throat. Are you experiencing any new or unusual symptoms such as pain, fatigue, dizziness, or changes in weather, in weight, or appetite? I don't believe so. Excellent. Now, I'll just test your reflexes. At least this time I'm not going to be hit with a giant hammer, just a regular sized one. Unless you have Nora as a nurse. Okay, you seem to have normal reflexes. That's a good sign. Now, do you consume any alcohol? No, actually. I usually avoid drinking, if I'm being completely honest. And do you really need to drink if you have a good time? Not at all! That's definitely plenty you can do without consuming alcohol. Are we sure she's not a vampire or something? Plus, I don't think Professor Goodwitch would be all that impressed if you ended up drinking too much and came to class while hungover. Oh God, now that's a scary thought. And the number of students aren't old enough to be drinking either, and so she'd probably be absolutely livid. That actually did happen once. She caught some students having a party last year that had alcohol involved. You could hear her all the way from here. Ouch. But moving on, how often do you say you engage in physical exercise or activity? Fairly often. And what kinds of physical activity do you engage in? I see. Any other kinds apart from that? I work out pretty frequently at the gym. The one here at Beacon? Yes. Any particular workouts? Depends on the person I'm working out with, as I'm usually working out with at least one other person, but I do have a wide variety of exercises. I'm pretty much used to everything at the gym at this point. Good to hear. Now, I'm going to check your blood pressure. You'll feel a squeezing sensation in your arm. And your blood pressure looks pretty good, about the average for a Beacon student who survived initiation. Now then, are you practicing safe during protection and yes, I've been keeping safe as possible as I can. Good. And just so you know, there's plenty of protection available if you need it to resupply. Bao now sounds a little nervous, a little more nervous than I am at the moment, and I'm the one being told to get additional protection if I need it. I definitely keep that in mind. Now, I need you to unbutton your shirt so I can check your heartbeat and breathing, not for anything else. I know how the checkup works, Nurse Bao. Heart's pumping normally, breathing sounds okay. Skin condition looks normal and incredibly well fit. Huh? Nothing. Okay, you can fix your shirt now. You seem to be in peak health condition, Mr. Blue. Is there anything else you want to discuss or ask me during this visit? Go back to Beacon. I think that's everything, Nurse Poe. Thanks for everything. You're welcome. If there's ever anything bothering you, please come see me. Keep me out. Do a late night training at the gym. Hey, Blue Boy. Want to get some training? Yes, I do. Whoa. Your fitness has increased by 5. Thanks, Yang. Happy to help, Blue Boy. You saw that too, right? Maybe? What the heck was that anyway? Some kind of fast-moving ninja? Hello? Is there someone else here? Blaze? Is that you? Ruby? Blake? Shadow? Yang! What the flip have you been doing? It's game night! Get. Oh no, I lost track of time. Game night? Yang and I play video games every once in a while when she ends up ditching me. Again. I think that might have been my fault. I came in to train with Yang and didn't realize she had other plans. You owe me for this. I had to try to get Weiss to play with me instead, which didn't go well. I'm bored. Yep, another Ruby Chibi skit. Entertain me. Can't right now. I'm studying. Aww. Yeah, I know you're busy. That makes sense. I don't really have anything to do, but you you got stuff to do. You take care of. That's fine. After you're done, would you like to want to hang out? I'll be at this all night. Aww. Maybe we can study together? Ruby, I really just need to focus. You made me do this! Oh, they don't have her flopping around. But that's cute. Was that really necessary to drop on the Yes. Yeah, I think I need to take care of this, Blue Boy. Thanks for the training session. You're welcome. Come on, Rubes. There's plenty of cookies in the door with your name on it. Premium Mantle brand Elysian cookies? Don't push it, sis. Well, that was a bit. But it's getting late. I should head to the showers and then get back to the dorm. Nothing like a good hot shower after getting an intense workout. I know Aura helps with the healing process and all, but I'm still nice to have the sensation of warm water over the sore spot. I should probably get back to the others though. I just need to grab a towel and... Oh, shit. Ah! What's the matter? Is blue not your color? Bella! Cobalt, what are you doing here? I was in the middle of a shower. I was getting ready for a shower when I heard somebody getting ready to leave. Can't a girl help a guy out? Why don't I believe your motives were that simple? You didn't give any warning or anything. I don't even know how long you were standing there. Must everything be a conspiracy with you, Mr. Blue? Now she's stepping closer to share the shower. Help! Haven't you ever heard of a happy accident? I've learned to be extremely cautious around you, Bella. Especially after the bank, where you also got extremely close to me and offered to make me the reward next time I helped you. And I believe the exact words you used to be my little cookie. Would you like to cash in on that offer, Mr. Blue? I am rather hungry today. I need an adult. I am an adult. An adult who acts more like a grown-up. I can show you how to act like a grown-up. Perhaps Jennifer Elastic attempt more so than Blaze already does. Because unless you have over years of experience, I think I've got you beat there. Ah, take that, seductress. Oh, she's going to. Experience is no substitute for imagination, dear Cobalt. Fuck it. Mm, mm, mm. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. But is it unwelcome? Not at all. I baited you into my first kiss after all, Mr. Blue. Huh. I was not expecting that bombshell today. Although I wasn't expecting prepared for any of this today. I hope it's living up to your imagination so far. I didn't realize my love life was newsworthy, Mr. Blue. To be fair, you're pretty newsworthy already. Ugh, that was a terribly cheesy line. My, aren't you a little charmer? Just telling the truth, Bella. Stop talking. Start obeying. Heh, nice to see I haven't lost my touch. Don't get too carried away, Bella. As amazing as that was, Blaze and I can last several rounds, much to everyone else's detriment. Oh God, Blaze is going to kill you. Do you want to break the news to her, or should I? Don't worry, I've experience with dodging angry exes. Blaze isn't an ex. She's very much a current girlfriend, even after our relationship became more open. Whatever, don't come crying to me when she gets mad at you. You're the one who seduced me, granted. You would have had a lot less successful if our relationship wasn't open, but still, you could have at least explained to both of us why you keep doing this. Do I need to have a reason? I doubt you've been going about this just for the kicks. Oh, she would, though. You could have just let me finish you off and let me finish you off if that was the case. Are you sure? That's what everyone else said. I've been doing this things like this since last year, after all. Unless you were lying about having baited me into your first kiss. Me? Lying? I never. And about having never gone on a first date. Having never held someone's hand when it wasn't work related? Ah, who told you that? You did. After we set up the training with Artemis. But I only remember Artemis being there. You're screwing with me, right? You and Blaze, you had Blaze and I set up pressure plates, light simulators, noise simulators, and logs hanging from the ceiling. You gave us poorly baked cookies as a result. You stole Blaze's scroll and had us fight you. I tackled you. We headed back outside, and you said you never once hit on Sage. Said she was too adorable. Yes, I remember all that. That you guys left right when Artemis showed up, right? Not long after, actually. You told us that Artemis that you told Artemis that Mr. Balloony was waiting for her, and that if you still don't remember, no. There's no need to tell her about her own little indiscretion. She clearly was there. You clearly there when I made that off comment. Why don't I say you were right and we drop it? Bella, what the fuck are you doing with me right now when you obviously have some sort of feelings for Artemis? Let's say we don't tell Artemis, but I would still like to know why you keep pushing our little indiscretions, as you call it. My. Here, you were calling out my name less than 5 minutes ago. Wouldn't you just let this go and be on your merry way? No? Fine. I'll meet up with your little girl toy when you feel the time is right. In exchange, I expect, before you finish that sentence, please remember I still plan to finish what I started. Twice. I'm well aware of your debts, Mr. Blue. Debts I intend to collect on. But for now, I expect you not to be breathing a word of this beyond your little girl toy, nor your girlfriend to anyone else above this. Because if this gets back to Artemis, I promise. Whoa, what? Time out. If you wanted to ask me not to tell anyone but Blaze, just ask, using please and thank you. Like, I'm not Cardin Winchester. I'm not going to go telling everyone your biggest, darkest secrets. You don't need to go to the extremes of threatening my friends over shower sex. Ha 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 ha! Aren't you adorable? It seems we have an understanding, Mr. Blue Balls. Please don't call me that. Here, a souvenir for your troubles. Her towel. Be sure to tell that hothead how much you owe me when you tell her about tonight, will you? I'd hate to have to tell her to her face everything you promised to do to me. Okay, firstly, ooh, mm, mm, mm. I plan on showing Blaze exactly what I promised to do to you, then quadrupling it, since you've already proven you're no match for my experience or imagination. Have fun with messing out on that. And my way, and I show you what you are missing out on. I show her what those tendrils really can do. Now she has my attention in more ways than one. If that's anything like I have, like this encounter, I expect she'll be just as disappointed as I am. You aren't leaving disappointed. Physically, maybe. But since you're leaving without satisfaction, I am as well. Still, your loss plays gain, repeated gains. Send her one for me, will you? If she has any room after the one I'm sending for me, then maybe. I wouldn't make any promises you can't keep. I shouldn't. That would be cruel. After all, he did help me set up the classroom. Oh, that would be too cruel even for you, Bella. Only if he embarrasses you in front of Artie. Look, can you see if Juniper will let you crash in their dorms tonight? Why do... Oh. Teal! Bail! Bail right now! Cobalt, you okay? Blaze, I'm going to rock your world. What brought this on? You know I'm always up in the call time, but you seem more enthusiastic tonight. Oh! Oh, gods, yes! Well, that was one heck of a night. Going to tell me what brought that on? Soon. I'm just waiting for the go-ahead before I explain. Interesting. I'll be here when you're ready. But we should probably get up now. Good idea. I'll let Lilac and Teal know it's safe to come back in once you're dressed. March 7th, Thursday. Day 32. I doubt that's going to be able to make it get in the episode. But if it does, I'm going to be so happy. Are you sure? Yes. I can't be formal here, but it's safe. I mean, it's Beacon. Anyone who asks will just think I'm talking to my boyfriend. Good enough, I suppose. And have you noticed anything? Nope, not yet. Things seem pretty secure. The teachers are really up to their ears in safety, which is no surprise. But it also means that it's just how you like it, right? For now. but the risk of things changing is problematic. You think, even with everything and all the students and staff, that someone will start something? I never rule anything out. Besides, Mina, try not to do anything stupid, okay? Pot to kettle, Mr. Hawkins. Anyway, as I was saying, even with Ozpin in place, his entire staff on high alert, and the students fully aware of the dangers, I fear that may not be enough to dissuade the enemy, and that is not a scenario right now. Right, which is why I'm here. Keep your ears to the ground and contact me immediately if something happens. Above all else, oh, I'm sorry, babe, I gotta go. A friend's coming. Bye. Hey, Mina. Who are you talking to? My boyfriend, Beck in Atlas. He misses me and was whispering sweet nothings into my cat ears. I gotta run, though. Homework and whatnot. I'll see you guys later. She's hiding something. You think so? I can't put my finger on it, but I have this feeling that I'm not an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at the whole. I, I think I'm gonna call it a part there.